Good afternoon to our incredible Super Earth armed forces. This is Super 10 Star General Commandant Vibrixie, Commandant of the Helldiver Corps, Grand Admiral of the Super Earth Navy, and Commanding General of the Super Earth Armed Forces. As we know, we have been commissioned a new major order to liberate the planet of Afoye Bay and liberate more planets than we lose. As we know, in our last major order, we suffered a major defeat, losing many planets on each front in our war. After heavy debate, I have been placed to spearhead this major order by the Minister of Defense and the President of Super Earth. Now, as we know, the only reason that this major order is so complicated is because of the new war on dissidents. From what we understand now, Super Earth Armed Forces have been deployed in force to cities across the Federation. Our enemies are expected to attempt to exploit this vulnerability, which is the reason why the Helldiver Corps must hold the line. Additionally, I and High Command have ordered the construction of the Center of Containment of Dissidents, also known as the CCD, on Afoye Bay, which adds the second part of our major order. Now I understand that Afoye Bay is well out of our planetary reach by supply lines, but there are multiple routes toward it, some of them giving us higher advantages, and some of them giving us lower ones. So, let's start with the Sentinel idea, or suggestion. The 1st Sentinel Battalion suggested the planet of Myrium in the Morgon sector, bordering the planets of Seychelles Beach, Fort Sanctuary, and Euchoria. Myrium leads to Valmox, which from Valmox immediately leads to Afoye Bay in the Gallic sector. Myrium also gives us the opportunity of reinforcing our forces on Kurth Secundus, and from Valmox, it could lead to Iro, another planet in the Rictus sector. Iro and Kurth Secundus both lead to Grafmir, which therefore reinforce the planets of Oasis, Genesis Prime, and Parsh. Hopefully, with a bit of strategic planning, we are able to liberate the Rictus sector, pushing the Illuminate ever so slightly further away from Super Earth. At the time of this recording, the Democracy Space Station is in orbit over New Stockholm. Now, don't get me wrong, New Stockholm is a valuable planet. It could give us lots of strategic opportunity, but at the same time, that statement should be taken with a grain of salt. Simply because the supply lines which lead to New Stockholm, Aliart 3, and Alamac, are already in Super Earth control, and can currently be ignored, as Aliart 3 leads to Hughes Bay. New Stockholm also leads to Iro, and to Ain 5. But Myrium leads to Valmox, which therefore leads to Afoye Bay. New Stockholm is connected to Ain 5, which also connects to Afoye Bay. Myrium opens more opportunity to get the planet of Grafmire and Iro without needing to struggle so much on the planet of New Stockholm. As we speak, Myrium has a resistance rate of 0.12% and is currently 0.09655% liberated. As we speak, the megacity of Antboot is only about 0.1% liberated, and the other megacities of Plethora and Pilot's Birth have not been touched and are still behind enemy lines. Helldivers have focused on New Stockholm, which is not exactly the best idea. From what we could see on the galactic map, 2 planets of the 5 are liberated and under Super Earth control, while in the Rictus sector, which is a sector closer to the heart of democracy, our Super Earth, has 7 planets, and not even one of them are under Super Earth control. Which is why I suggest we take Myrium, giving us a larger foothold in the Rictus sector, and through Valmox, we could proceed to Afoye Bay, instead of going through Ayin 5 through the Hanzo sector. It seems that Antboot is the only megacity that we have the opportunity to fight on. As I record this, the Sentinel Security Bureau, the Sentinel's premier urban fighting force, have been working around the clock to liberate the city of Antboot. But without further Helldiver reinforcements, they cannot do much. Much less could they liberate the planet alone. The 1st Sentinel Battalion requests reinforcements from the rest of the Helldivers. We are not asking for members, we are simply asking for aid.
Good afternoon, SCAF personnel. This is Sentinel Captain DW Logist of the Silver Shadows. Given the recent events, I would like to congratulate all the Helldivers and SCAF personnel who fought hard for the rapid liberation of New Stockholm and those who are currently engaging the Illuminate on Ayin 5. While we are getting closer to Afoye Bay and are on track to winning the major order, it's vital that once Afoye Bay is secured, we must turn our attention to the Rictus sector, as it is a major contributor to the current ongoing Illuminate presence in the Celeria sector and Elysian Meadows. The Illuminate have been allowed to run rampant with their offensives. This is not acceptable. We must put an end to their advances by crippling their supply lines to the source of invasion. This is an official request for a joint Helldiver campaign against the Illuminate-infested Celeria and Rictus sectors, for Super Earth and Managed Democracy.